Hey Mebane, my name is Aaron Davis. I'm your Recreation and Parks Director, and I'm here today with some MYSA rock stars. I got Chip, I got Ursula, and we are here to talk all about TOPsoccer. Before I let Chip and Ursula tell you a little bit more about the program, I'm going to read for you the description. U.S. Youth Soccer TOPsoccer, which is the outreach program for soccer, is a recreational sports program for children and adults with intellectual, emotional, or physical disabilities offered only through local U.S. Youth Soccer affiliated soccer clubs. TOPsoccer provides people with diverse abilities an opportunity to play soccer in a structured environment that is safe, fun, supportive, and inclusive. All right, Chip, we're going to start with you. So when did MYSA start the TOPsoccer program?
MYSA started the entire program in the early 2000s. I think it was the year 2000. In 2008, we had a very enthusiastic volunteer named Mike Lunday that took it upon himself to start a TOPsoccer program for us. He solicited sponsors, corralled parents, corralled volunteers, and connected with the community of kids that it would benefit the most, and started it. Hey, the league got the credit for it, but Coach Mike deserved the credit for it.
Well, good, that's great. So how many participants, maybe in a season, do y'all have in TOPsoccer?
It is varied. At its peak, it's probably been in the 40 to 50 range, but it's probably never been less than 20.
Great, great. And how many seasons per year?
They play year-round, so it's a fall and a spring season. They usually practice one night a week and play games one day a week. So they're out here a lot.
Okay, and if I understand correctly, we are standing pretty much on the field where this program takes place here at the MAC.
Yes, they do. They play here at the grass fields. They practice here at the grass fields on the very field that we're standing on now.
Great. All right, Ursula, so when did you personally get involved with the TOPsoccer program?
So I got involved when Mike Lunday started it, and my daughter and I volunteered at that time. And then I became more of a lead role around 2017 when we kind of tried to reintroduce the program. My son has autism, and I was wanting a need or filling a need for him by starting it back up again.
Great. And so can you provide like a quick overview of the program and the mission?
The mission of TOPsoccer is to try to provide an opportunity for every child to be able to play soccer to whatever ability that they can play soccer.
Good. So what age groups does the program, what is it tailored to? What age to what age?
Well, we can take children that would be U5 up to U18, U19.
Okay, and what does TOPsoccer do to adapt for those individuals with the disabilities?
Well, we have what are called buddies. So each child that enrolls is assigned their own buddy, and we try to keep the buddy with that child the entire season if we can. So that buddy will learn what they need to do to try to help that child with whatever they can do to play soccer.
Great.
In whatever form they can play soccer.
I love that. So speaking of the buddies, I know they're helping out each of the individuals, right? So are there coaches and other volunteers that are involved in the program, and then how are they trained along with the buddies?
Well, we do have a coach who is a physical therapist. He tends to come out and he can help us to be able to mentor to certain children and give us some guidance on how to help them with the best soccer experience. We also have mostly teenage buddies that will help, and I can basically just say, hey, stand with this child, see what you can do, just have them shoot on the goal, and they just kind of take it from there.
Great. So are there any specific safety measures in place for the program that would be different from your normal soccer program or your league play, I guess?
Yes. So we keep an eye on every single one. Hence, again, the need for the buddies. Assigning a buddy to a child. Sometimes we put two buddies with a child, and we also have coaches, buddies stationed at the entrances to make sure that we don't have any runners that might escape out into the parking lot or down at the other end. So we just try to keep a perimeter and keep an eye on the children that way and just keep them within the confines of the field.
Fantastic. So can you describe for everybody what's a typical session or practice, and do they play games as well?
A typical session for TOPsoccer we first start them out and we just have them warm up, dribbling the ball and just going back and forth, and then after 5 to 10 minutes of that we may get them together, and depending on how many children we have and how many buddies we have, then we will do some actual soccer drills. So it just depends. There are some children that when they're out there they kind of will focus on what we tell them to do, and then there's other ones we're just trying to do whatever we possibly can to let them have a good experience. But we'll lead into from the warm-ups into doing actual drills and play some games. Toward the end, we'll try to do some 3v3 if we can. That's not always a possibility to do, but we try to do it as we can. And then lastly, or around toward the end, if we do it too early, we'll lose some of them. We do the bubbles. The bubbles and the music are a fantastic thing, but we try to get the soccer skills in first because otherwise everybody just loves the bubbles.
Great. So is registration taking place right now? And if so, how can somebody sign up?
Well, they can visit the brand new page, the MebaneYouthSoccer.com/TOPsoccer, and sign up there.
Okay.
And it is open right now.
Are there any resources available for families interested in enrolling that may not be able to afford to participate?
The cost of TOPsoccer is basically free. There is a registration fee, but it is very minimal. We don't charge for this program, and the jerseys that we supply are also provided generously by the league.
Hey guys, as an example of what the league and what the volunteers are able to provide for the participants of TOPsoccer, Coach Ursula is holding one of the game jerseys and practice jerseys that the participating kids get, but as well the volunteer buddies that stay with the kids, make sure they're safe, make sure they have a great time, also get a jersey with their name listed as a coach on the back.
So I'm going to open this question up to either of you. Do you know of any success stories that have come through the program that you can speak to?
I think the biggest one is not a specific success story, but it's the whole buddy program. I've coached over the years several older high school age girls and boys teams, and it's interesting to see how many of them they want to give back. Some will referee, some will try to be an assistant coach, but more than anything they love doing the buddy program with TOPsoccer. It gives them a way to be out on the fields, which they like to do. It's keeping them out of trouble too, by the way. No idle minds or idle time, but they also enjoy the kids. They don't see it as a chore. They see it as an honor, and therefore do a much better job than probably most of the parents would do.
All right, Ursula, so how can an individual or an organization become involved with the TOPsoccer program?
Well, they can contact me. So if they go to the MYSA website and they click on TOPsoccer for more information, it will list my contact information there, and they can just contact me and I'll guide them the right way.
Are there any other needs for the TOPsoccer program?
Well, we need a lot to put the program on. We've got fields, thank you City of Mebane. We've got a league support, thank you MYSA. The biggest thing we need to help these kids have a great experience is volunteer parents and volunteer coaches.
So we always have a need for buddies. If this is something that might interest you, please look my contact information up on the MYSA page. Contact me. We'll take teenagers, adults, anyone who wants to volunteer. It's a wonderful experience. You'll be amazed at how much you get out of this when you're helping these children.
Great, I love that. Is there anything else that you two might want to add that you want to tell the City of Mebane about and our citizens? Maybe encourage them to come out and take a look at the program and cheer on the youngsters that are participating in the program?
I will say they're out here on Tuesday nights very consistently. It is fun to see. It's very encouraging to see. It's also worth noting that not only is it a lot of work and a lot of enthusiasm on behalf of the buddies and the volunteers that are out here and Ursula that leads it, but it's a lot of cooperation with the Mebane Youth Soccer Association and the City of Mebane. We're on the City of Mebane's fields. We enjoy the opportunity to be out here at a reasonable cost, and that's part of what makes the whole program available.
Great. Well, on behalf of the City of Mebane and the citizens of Mebane. I want to thank both of you for your time and commitment to not just MYSA, but also to the Top Soccer program. So citizens, let's first of all give a big thanks to MYSA, and second of all, let's get some kids and some adults signed up for this Top Soccer program, and come on out to the MAC soccer fields and check it out.